Hello, my name is Jay, and in this video I need to talk about what I personally call an Ascension Group and the Ascension Group creator. In London, I belong to an Ascension Group. This group is a coming together of men and women who meet up, gain and exchange experiences and knowledge, question and learn more about connecting to their inner self and any other aspects connected to spirituality. The cost for each Ascension Group meeting that I attend is £10. This is a £10 donation to the Ascension Group creator for all the preparations. The group is diverse. The Ascension Group is diverse with a range in ages, cultures and professional backgrounds. Some members are new and have had clearing and cleansing issues. Some have greater psychic abilities and need further mentoring. Others are somewhere in the middle and are developing the connection to their inner self. Members consist of teenage students, parents and grandparents. Not all members meet every week due to other commitments, of course. Sometimes members encounter transport or financial difficulties in getting to the Ascension Group. Sometimes the group consists of two, where others have had problems in getting to the Ascension Group, or are ill, or are on holiday, or working, or have family obligations. On other occasions, members bring along new people who need the help and support of the Ascension Group for whatever reason. By talking to a complete stranger, sometimes you are able to discover people who can say something to help your issues in the most obscure way. You have to be open to this though. A closed mind and heart will not deliver the aid that you need. Take off the blinkers to have access to a multitude of help, guidance and support. The Ascension Group enables the members to use the knowledge and experiences gained by others like a stepping stone. Some people will develop visual, audio or sentient aspects. Everything depends on how you open your mind and heart. It depends on you as to how this is transformational to you and for you. Each Ascension Group is held in place by its creator, who has strong spirituality. By this I mean that the creator of an Ascension Group must be someone who has strong psychic abilities. The place where people meet is generally within the residence of the Ascension Group creator. Using a community hall or hotel conference room limits preparations and anything else that may occur. Within the residence of the Ascension Group creator, situations can be remedied more readily. Let me briefly tell you how I met my Ascension Group creator. Within a local library, there was a room dedicated to people seeking assistance with training and where people who were working from home could discuss business with other independent business owners and use the facilities to meet with clients and suppliers. There were also people who were employed but were looking at options to starting their own business as a secondary income. There were all sorts of people at various stages of their business growth within this space, which was and actually is known as the business room. This room in this library still exists, and there are a number of other local libraries in London and maybe across the UK that also have a dedicated space known as a business room for those who are looking into self-employment. So, my Ascension Group creator was a businesswoman with a busy family. I had seen her on a few instances within the business room, but had no idea what her profession was. One day I was looking for a business colleague in the hope that she would be available for a quick talk. She was not there. The only person in the room was this businesswoman on a computer. We greeted each other with some pleasantries. Then she said something jaw-dropping about a spiritual connection to me. It was from that point that I questioned and asked a few things. To be honest, I was a little bit tearful. I had said to myself for several years that I needed someone to help me, someone who was able to provide me with a strong, in-depth psychic reading, as well as aiding my spiritual growth. I was not coming across someone that I felt contented enough to do this with. On a few occasions, I had made a visit to the Spiritual Association of Great Britain, which is also known as the SAGB. So, on visits to the Spiritual Association of Great Britain, I sat within spiritual demonstrations. Sometimes I received messages, on other visits, not. It was sufficient on some visits to listen to the messages of other people. That was comforting, often emotional. There was always love. Okay, so returning to this businesswoman, she had told me about her, what I call Ascension Group, and the members who had attended. She described 2 instances of new members whose first languages were not English. One new member was from Spain and had arrived with her young son at the Ascension Group. It was during the event that the son had seen Christ and was conversing with him in Spanish. At the end of the discussion that I had in this business room with this businesswoman, we had hugged, we exchanged contact information, and confirmed meeting up again at her event within her home. I had one Ascension Group meeting in her home, and that was it for me. It was precisely what I was looking for. Not only was it her input, but it was also the input from the other members. Their life experiences touched on parts of my life, things that I had not told anyone. Yet these complete strangers from different backgrounds had similar aspects of the challenges that I had experienced and was experiencing. Members of the Ascension Group were seeing, hearing, and sensing spiritual aspects. I had none of that. I felt a little left out of the group because I was not able to see, to hear, or to sense with any intensity these things within the group. It was in one particular group meeting that the businesswoman talked about Reiki, where she suggested that I train as a healer. Now, this is something that other psychics had said to me in the past. So I took the training. This time I was led to training with a female Malaysian Reiki master. This teacher was not a psychic, but she had strong spirituality with crystals and sound. It was through the training of becoming a Reiki master teacher that my spiritual abilities became more profound. Again, I met with people who were also training. Most had more developed aspects of psychic abilities than myself. They had all come from completely different backgrounds to my own. Hong Kong, Romania, Poland, Hungary, Australia, India, including the British learners. We were all different, yet we were meeting in the same space for spiritual growth. When I completed my third level of Reiki training, I knew that I was developing spiritually and becoming more aware of things. I attended an Ascension Group meeting, and for the first time I had a vision. In this group, this time around, there were more new people. People were sitting on bean bags, on the floor rugs, on the chairs, and on the sofa. It was quite a diverse group of men and women. Everyone had a development of some sort, or they spoke of a family member who was strong psychically. So now I will talk about the commencing and general progressions of an Ascension Group. An Ascension Group lasts for at least 1 hour, 60 minutes, with one break time. The Ascension Group creator prepares the space before members arrive. This can include music, candles, crystals, an altar, herbs, maybe sage, incense, pictures, symbols, water, salt lamps, singing bowls. It is up to the Ascension Group creator what they choose to use. Members can sit with pen and paper and note down anything that resonates with him or her at the short break time. Mobile telephones are switched off and not allowed in the space. Now, some Ascension Group creators use spiritual music that has been downloaded on their mobile telephone within the meeting. Some people are okay with this, others are not. It's purely up to you as a member within an Ascension Group and as an Ascension Group creator. Members that arrive with a donation of drinks and foods give this to the Ascension Group creator before they enter the Ascension Group room. The Ascension Group creator takes care of the items in the kitchen. When everyone is in attendance within the room allocated for the Ascension Group meeting, the Ascension Group creator explains what is being used in the space and why. Then the Ascension Group creator informs the members of the proceedings of the hour. This is then followed by a clearing and cleansing ceremony or act to commence the activities. The ceremony involves calming of mind and body methods using breathing, music, singing bowls, and sitting positions, or anything else that the Ascension Group creator is guided to use for that meeting. Shoes and outer clothing are kept out of the room. Mobile telephones are switched off, and together with handbags are kept at a corner of the room. There are no late arrivals allowed in during this time. It is good manners to always notify the Ascension Group creator if a member is going to be late or not turn up at all. At the end of the meeting, there is a closure ceremony of the space being used. Then the Ascension Group creator offers drinks and food to the members, around which people discuss any aspects of the ceremony, how they felt, what they had seen, plus any life experiences that they are going through at this time. People at the Ascension Group who are psychic, who are healers, who are spiritually awakened, are able to provide guidance to others. Sometimes your divine inner self has an easier ability with which to connect to you at these meetings, giving you the clarity that you have asked for a specific issue. All of this adds to your development. You learn from the others. Your awareness of all things spiritual becomes greater, especially when you are dealing with ego, entities, and duality. It is at this point that people start to make a financial donation of at least £5 to the Ascension Group creator. You need to figure out in your currency, wherever you're located, what the equivalent is of £5. Sometimes there are documents or objects that the Ascension Group creator has been guided to give members. With my Ascension Group creator, she sometimes gives messages or has visions to relay to specific people. This is not her primary service at the Ascension Group, but at times she is guided to disclosing something. My fellow members and I of the Ascension Group all know that for more information we must arrange for a private, profound reading. So, if this type of group gathering suits you, create one within your community. Connect to as many psychic, spiritual, and healer individuals as possible. Even those that do not believe have an interest in why people do feel convinced of this. When you put the energy into finding the people to connect to, they will appear. They will appear when you least expect. They will appear not as you expected. One final point about the financial donation. If you live in a remote part of the world and paper currency is not what you barter with, then make a donation of something that is deserving to the Ascension Group creator. It can be food and or a service to help the Ascension Group creator. If you're living in a part of the world where there is civil unrest, you have, martial law, money is scarce, employment is scarce, find something, make a service to your Ascension Group creator. Prepare, make a dish, and bring it as a donation to the group, but also to the Ascension Group creator. Bring something with you, carry something with you. It may well be whatever you have brought with you is what the Ascension Group creator was looking for. So I leave you with this to ponder on. And clearly there is a reason why I am making this video on what I personally term an Ascension Group. And there is a reason as to why you have been directed to this specific video and how to go about looking for and or creating an Ascension Group in your community. So I leave this with you, and I say with much love and light, please keep safe, keep well and warm. Much love and light, Jay.